What is going on, everybody? My name is clutchsometimes, here bringing you week, 8, I think, 7, maybe this is 7. No, this is week 8, this is definitely week 8. Going up against JBWestside and his Arkansas Razorwinds. JB having kind of a rough season thus far, but doesn't make his team any less threatening to play against, so, yeah, that's certainly a thing, so just gonna dive on right into the matchup here. He has the Uber he has access to is the base groudon, so he can play Purple groudon, and now we're playing base groudon, so this one will be a little bit easier to handle, but certainly no easy out on the groudon at all. Groudon is still a ginormous threat and can do tons. It can just be completely threatening my entire team, but especially like double dance is fairly threatening. Solar Beam is pretty mixed, like Rock Polish Solar Beam is pretty good if he gets as an end game for him. Especially stuff like Mega Houndoom to break, because Mega Houndoom is completely stupid and I hate it. If you look at my roster and you're like, oh, you got the Arashi star, you get the Como, you're probably fine. You have not run you've clearly not run Mega Houndoom calc, so let me just I'm actually just gonna show you this calc right now. RC is dark, and I'll show you this set I ran. That's my set from this week. Houndoom Mega. You go. Oh, it's available on level 50. Let me just let's take that one off for a second. You go, oh, Firewatch is only doing 40%, but then you throw it in the sun, and I pretty much am dying, and then you realize that you can run Modest with my speed tiers, and it's a 50-50 roll. It's KO. So, it's a 40-60 roll to KO, so that's awful. Let me try and bring it back. Oh, jeez. Technical difficulties, but we're back now. Alright, so that's terrifying. Sylveon's kind of annoying. I think H/ is there. I have things to check it, but it's definitely a little bit annoying at times. Arashi I think is a terrible matchup, but I could see if he wants to bring random Thunder Wave shenanigans. The Meds could be fairly annoying. Jellicent is there, it's kind of a pain at times. The Hitmontop could be kind of good. Yeah, but it's also pretty bad. You can see him bringing just dark resist against me, intimidate support for my Como Zero Aura. I've been kind of spamming those two quite a bit. Luxray there, same thing. Could be there's a Zare check. But we have ways to deal with this with the Luxray. So Mence is kind of a threat, but it does have to be mixed. I feel mixed D. I think Mence has to come with Z Draco for my Mega Bro. Again, Mega Bro is just so threatening for a lot of physical attackers, because they have to they do have to respect it as an option, because I could just throw a Mega Bro on this team. They're if they didn't bring a way to break it, then they just don't have it. So yeah, stuff on my side it looks pretty good. Stuff like my Zero Aura looks really, really nice. It goes in on him. Electric Grass Coverage is pretty much all I need for the entire team. Victory Bell is there, but I don't know, Victory Bell's okay, but it's not good against me. Between AG plus the RC Stark plus my Como, I'm probably fine. And I can always full switch out on it as well. So stuff like the my Como does really, really well if I can chip out the Sylveon and maybe the Groudon a little bit, as well as the Jellicent. It does really nicely. Obviously, my two Ubers are coming to every game, pretty much. If I don't bring those two, I'm probably throwing. Downpin is a decent rocker, stuff like that. He has also, something to note, his removal is really, really bad. He has terrible removal against me, Mence, I guess. And the Hitmontop, but Hitmontop is this is where it pays to have H/. I have the best spin blocker in the entire format ever. I have arguably the best spin blocker to ever exist. And the one spinner that can beat it, I have. So yeah, that's kind of how it's been going for me recently. But let's get right on into the teams right now with Arceus Dark. It's the standard bulky. We have enough speed for the Mega Houndoom. Toxic help us hit the Sylveon on the way in. Judgment, Earth Power is pretty much all I need for perfect neutral coverage on the team. I wanted to kind of bring offensive, but I just didn't think I could beat most of this stuff. So just a simple Judgment recover to attacks, Toxic recover to attacks with like stab plus or like Earth Power. Does pretty well against him. So you can use it as checks to like the groudon, the Mega Houndoom, as like previously noted. The Sylveon, not necessarily. The Jirachi we definitely check pretty well though. Like Manspeed probably check a little bit if it's not boosted. Jellicent we check pretty well. Hitmontop is terrible. But like yeah, this thing is a good blanket check against it across like kind of a wide variety of his team. So Arceus Dark. Moving on, we have an Aegislash with King Shield, Shadow Ball, Toxic, and Hidden Power Ice. The Modest Nature. We do have enough defense investment to take on a +1 Salamence Earthquake after Rocks, I believe. So and we can just completely bop that with the Hidden Power Ice. So very, very easy Aegislash there. We do have enough speed for like, I believe we have speed. We are outspeeding the Hitmontop or the Victory Bell. It's like 0 speed, like because you're on neutral nature. So that is something to note. We can keep in mind as well. So stuff like a defensive Luxray, defensive Hitmontop, we are outspeeding. Kind of just like some stuff we have to like kind of keep in mind. Throughout the game, Shadow Ball is really, really spammable against this team outside of the Mega Houndoom, which is weak to rocks. And if I have like rocks plus like you can see the Garbodor on the screen, so stuff like that will end up taking like wide varieties of chip. So it's like we can get like hazards up plus rocks, and like Shadow Ball will do like a little bit to the Houndoom, so like, we can kind of punish it for coming in. If it's like stuff Sun plus hazards plus chip on the way in, it's really tough for Houndoom to really get going against me. So that's really useful. So next one on the team is my Zeraora. MV Zera. we're trying, boys. Calm Line, T-Bolt, Grass Knot, Volt Switch with the Magnet does a ton of damage to this team. +1 Grass Knot will literally will straight up KO a Groudon. Like it does 100 min to max HP Groudon, so that's really nice. T-Bolt, Grass Knot does really well. It gets well by the Victory Bell, but I can just Volt Switch out for a good chip. We do have enough speed in there for obviously the Mega Houndoom, and we still have the Modest Nature. Calm Mind, they're obviously a boosting item, so we can essentially clean up this game with Calm Mind. Calm Mind's there. It does really, really well against him. So Calm Mind Volt, and I can get momentum like early mid game with Volt, especially like Groudon's down or Groudon's chipped. I can just Volt Switch in the Grass Knot and take out the Groudon, especially once I know the item or I knocked it off with my Donphan. Yeah, so that's kind of there. MV there. We're really trying out here. Zero is a little bit behind after the last couple weeks where Arceus has been kind of eating people. So the next Pokemon on the team is going to be Mycomo. Dragon Dance 3 attacks, the fighting. Just enough speed, I believe, to get past the Mega Houndoom at +1. He doesn't have a ton of Scarfers that we really can actually deal with, so we are really bulky with like with the Adamant Nature, just trying to like take advantage of that. Close Combat, Iron Head, Dragon Claw. This move right here, the Iron Head versus the Poison Jab debate, I went back and forth on. It's not on Iron Head, but like he'd run like, I don't know what I was thinking. I really want to run Poison Jab, but M-Dragon's like he's gonna run Kebia for Arceus. That's like the most like logical choice. It's like Houndoom neutrally. I'm like, okay, I guess that makes sense. We'll see how it goes. So Dragon Dance 3 attacks, come on. This is kind of a 50-50 because I do have like options on my team for both. So next Pokemon on the team, Donphan. It's Rocks. It's to do it. It's to do Rocks. Max HP, 84 defense. Then we take on Groudon a little bit. 36 but def. I believe we just take on like a Sylveon. I expect Sylveon like Hyper Voice after Rocks, guaranteed. So we always live that hit. Get her Berry. Pivot out. Rocks, Ice Shard, Earthquake knockoff. Pretty good coverage across the entire team. Like Ice Shard's great for bonus out of stuff like Salamence, Victory Bell. All that. That's really, the Donphan does really well. It does its job, and that's all I can really ask about Donphan. And y'all keep Y'all haters out here going like, oh, how you bring Donovan to 8 games? Well, this is how it is when you don't have that many rockers. Like, I have like rockers. Like, I have the Arceus Dark, Komodo, Donovan, are all strong rockers. But like, I don't know, Donovan's like the most comfortable running rocks, and I can bring it to matchups where I just like, I want rocks, and it'll get rocks up for me. Like, it's good at that. Last one on the team, Garbodor. We take on Spec Sylveon with the sped up investment. We have just kind of like a little bit of speed as general tech. We take on, I believe we take a Spec Psyshock as well, and then the rest is just gonna be max attack at like 52 attack adamant. Will help us take on like attack investment stuff. So, just like standard spikes, toxic, gunk shot, seed bomb, toxic there for the groudon. If we can call it out on the way in. Spikes are obviously spikes. They're really, really good against him. Spikes plus Zare plus Komo are really, really nice in this game. Just kind of like wear through his team, get damage, and just completely just go in with those two. Gunk shot with the attack investment, just gonna blow away stuff like Sylveon. Seed bomb will do a good chunk to stuff like the Jellicent and the Groudon as well. So yeah, pretty standard team. I think I brought this same 6 like 4 times now this season. So if anyone's watching my builders, they go, wow, man, he ranks the same 6 a lot. But like, you can go through my sets and a lot, and like, I mean, yeah, some of my low tier stuff is like somewhere like Donphin, like, or whatever, like these upper 4 like kind of change up every week. So I don't know. I mean, I have like trends, but like, you know, everyone has trends. So that's gonna be it for the week, and it's gonna be it for the team builder this week. So let's just move right on into the battle. So now it is time for the battle, and as you can see, he did opt to bring the Groudon, the Jellicent, Sylveon, Mega Houndoom, Salamence, and like an Duska, pretty much like a 6 that we kind of expected. No Victory Bell, no Hitmontop, no Luxray, so like that kind of stuff like kind of really opens up my Zeraora. My Zeraora looks really, really nice against him. Like Calm Mind do a ton of work. Other things to note that his only defogger is the Salamence, and he could run. I guess against me like Rocks, Toxic, Fire Move, Draco. Like even with the Z Draco, it's like still not a bad ring against me. It does honestly really well. So like that's something to keep in mind. Something like it could be like a setup Groudon turn very early on, so that could be something also to keep in mind. I am just gonna lead off my Donphan though, because I really do want rocks early against this team, and I know it's like, oh my gosh, you're leading Donphan to get rocks? Yeah, I am. So that's exactly what's gonna happen here. I'm just gonna lead my Donphan. I'm gonna get my rocks up pretty early here, knowing that if he brings Defog Salamence, I realize that set I just mentioned doesn't have Roost, so that meant that it does have Roost. So I guess it is kind of tough for Mets to actually run all the attacks at once. So anyway, he's gonna lead up the Groudon. I'm gonna lead off with my Donphan here. I'm just gonna go straight up for the for my Stealth Rocks turn 1. As he's gonna, as I'm assuming we're just gonna trade rocks here, but he's gonna go for the Toxic, so that's fine with me. Him showing Toxic just right away, immediately puts me in like a good position. So, because I know that his Groudon is more than likely not going to be set up just based on this turn 1. It's gonna be more defensive, which means I probably just need to. Which means I get damage on it, and my Donphan looks really, really in my Zeraora. Excuse me. Wow. I even re-recorded this. I still said Donphan. My Zeraora looks really, really good going into this Groudon. So we're just gonna straight up go for these Stealth Rocks here. Getting the damage off on stuff like the Salamence is really good. The Mega Houndoom is really good. Mega Houndoom plus Sun plus like all the Stealth Rocks is gonna start chewing that down really, really quickly for me. So that's really great. So he's gonna get up his Stealth Rocks on this turn though. I'm just gonna go for the knockoff. Just knock off Groudon's Berry. Knock off his leftovers. He gets me the most out of this turn. So he goes Jellicent, do a good amount of damage to that as well. So knock it off. That does really nicely for me. And I believe I just pulled the switch into my Arceus Dark at this point. Don't want to take too much more damage on my Donphan. It could still serve as a check to his Salamence. So I'm gonna bring in my kind of my more like designated check in my Arceus Dark. Knowing that I can get more damage off. He doesn't have the best. His Darkness are pretty obvious. I can throw Toxic here pretty early on. So Toxic is really free here. I'm just going to trade the Toxic onto the Groudon. If he wants the Toxic from me, that's fine, but I value this damage on his Groudon just because I want it for my Zera. So he's going to Dragon Tail me out here, so that's kind of interesting to bring on his end, in my opinion. But it does make sense for something like the my Mega Bro. So I don't know. So he goes, I'm going to bring out my Aegislash here. I am just going to pull to protect the King Shield here. I'm kind of scouting what he wants to do, taking another turn of poison damage onto this Groudon. So that's exactly what you're going to end up doing here. So I'm just going to pull the King Shield. He's going to actually pull the switch into his Jellicent. I'm not entirely sure what he was catching. You probably have to watch his side for that. Kind of an odd play, switching your Ghost type into an Aegislash, in my opinion, but I digress. I'm just going to like switch out hard to my Garbodor here, knowing that like my Garbodor is kind of expendable, in my opinion, based on kind of what he brought. Knowing that the Sylveon's kind of there. Like I see it, but like I want spikes up against this team. I just want to be able to chip things down for stuff like my Komo and my Zeraora, as he goes for the trick. So that's really cool. He's gonna trick me his Scarf, so I'm assuming that was like a Water Spout Jellicent. And the Black Sludge is actually finally this. I've been playing Draft League for like 3 years now, and this is the first time I've ever actually got someone to trick their Black Sludge off of like a poison type. So this is the first time I've ever actually seen someone get hurt by Black Sludge. So that's actually kind of cool. And I'm just gonna get a spike up as he goes out into his Lycanroc Dusk. So, and I have plenty of checks to this Lycanroc Dusk still healthy, especially my Donphan right now. So I'm gonna pull the switch into my Donphan at this point in time. Knowing that Lycanroc Dusk really can't do too much to me. He can't even go for Rocks Up. He can't even get it. He could get a Rocks Up, but he already has them up. So I'm gonna take Rocks. He's gonna go for the Rock Polish. So that's really actually kind of interesting. So something like the Rock Polish, I could see like trying to outspeed stuff like my Arceus Dark, Zeraora, especially the Zeraora is big. So really cool bring on his end, but it does not beat necessarily my Donphan. So because like he gets coverage for it. Z Outrage can't even kill me from this range. So and he's gonna go for the Zen Headbutt. I assume that was his coverage move of choice to hit my Komo. So as it's just gonna bounce off my Donphan. He's just a Life Orb, and I'm just gonna go for the Earthquake, and that's gonna knock out Lycanroc Dusk here. So all y'all Donphan haters, Donphan getting another kill. It's 5th of the season. So Donphan doing only the finest of work. So and he's gonna bring out his Ments here. At this point, to me, my Donphan feels almost expendable. I know that its job is done. It's got Rocks Up. It's taking out the what's it called? And I'm just gonna go for Ice Shard here on Ice Shards on the Mets. Is he's gonna go for Dragon Dance? So I believe I go for. I believe I just pull like. I'm just gonna switch out my Donphan, despite eating my berry, knowing that it does have like use as a sack. And I can pull the Donphan. I can always sack my Donphan here, and knowing that he probably needs 3 coverage moves. Knowing that his Ments probably needs 3 coverage moves against me, I can sack something to the Ments, and then I can go for Ice Shard from a non-intimidated Donphan and be guaranteed to take it out of the turn after. So I'm gonna pull the switch here, as he goes into his Jellicent, just try to like get in on Ice Shard. As he takes Rocks, he takes Spike. He's gonna get really low now. I am going to pull the switch into my Garbodor. So Scarf Garbodor now, as he's gonna take Black Sludge damage. So I'm just gonna go for the Gunk Shot here, and he's gonna dodge, but. He's going to go for the Scald. I believe he doesn't burn me. So, yeah, he doesn't burn me. So he's going to take another round of Black Clutch Chip. And I'm continuing. So obviously I'm choice locked in the Gunk Shot here. So I'm going to keep going for it. Knowing that, like, Groudon's not a threat, I can just go for Gunk Shot here. And Rock Shot for Met. So all his, like, Gunk Shot resists are like, kind of bad against me. So Garbodor going to pick up the KO. Thumbnail bun. Let's go. And he's going to bring in his Groudon here. He's going to take Hazard Chip. He's going to take the poison damage the following turn as well. So I believe at this point I can just sack off my Donphan, or attempt to sack off my Donphan. Actually, no. I'm going to leave my Garbodor in to die. Going to get damage off on the Groudon for my Zeraora, knowing that like full well I can potentially get damage on. Getting damage on this is so big for my Zeraora. So. And I'm going to stack off my Garbodor to the Groudon. So Scarf Garbodor. I'm going to put in the finest work here for us. It's, again, as always, Garbodor just doing so good for us. Man. I'm going to bring my Zeraora. He's going to go hard for the Grass Knot, knowing he really can't deal with the switch. So Zeraora is going to come in. We're going to click Grass Knot on the Groudon, and that's going to knock it out from this range. So Zeraora going to pick up yet another kill. So MV Zera, the train is back. He's going to go into his Sylveon here. I'm just going to go for the Volt Switch. Knowing I can't really do too much to this Sylveon if he's like kind of spit up bulky, it could be his check. So there's a Volt Switch out here. It's the first time this is actually the first time I brought like a Volt Switch there all season, by the way. So I'm gonna go into my Donphan kind of as a sack almost. If he specs, I figure it out. He's gonna go for the Calm Mind though, so that's actually kind of a nice run against me. But knowing that, so here's the thing I know about this Sylveon. It has to run 3 coverage moves. In my opinion, it has to run either 2. It can run like Hyper Voice Shadow Ball, like Moonblast Shadow Ball, but it doesn't necessarily break through me well enough. I think it needs Psyshock for my Garbodor. So it needs 3 coverage moves in my opinion. So that's something to keep in mind. I'm just gonna stack off my Donphan here to the Moonblast. Just gonna go for the Earthquake here. If he could win for the Wish, I would have done a very respectable chunk. So I could have potentially gotten the Ice Shard chip off. But Donphan is gonna go down to the Sylveon here, and I'm going to bring in. I'm gonna bring in my Komo. I stand by this play. I don't know his berry at this point. And I'm just gonna go straight for the Iron Head on the Sylveon. And he's gonna show the Berry, so he lose the 50-50 on the berries, but he does have to take me out this turn, or else he's gonna like essentially like risk like be flinched or something like that. He does break through, no flinch for that though, and the my Komo is gonna go down without doing anything this game. So, however, this does afford us a free switch in again to our Zeraora, and Zeraora is gonna pick up yet another KO on this team and another KO on the season for my Zer is always good. So T-Bolt's gonna take out the Sylveon here, so that's great for us, as he's gonna full switch into his Mega Houndoom. And I'm gonna go actually for the Calm Mind here. Knowing that from this range of health, like the bulk that the Houndoom can run, I think it's like 104 HP because my speed tiers are so whack. And I never bring the Sawtooth, so I don't expect people to attack for it. So I'm just gonna go for the Calm Mind here, knowing that I can get a boost here, and I should be able to live any one hit with the Calm Mind up. Because the sun is gone, there's nothing going on that can boost this Houndoom. So, and he is going to show. I'm going to go for the Calm Mind as he's going to show the Flame Charge, which honestly, again, is fucking terrifying. So Flame Charge Houndoom is a very, very big threat. However, with the Calm Mind up and the range of health I'm at, he has to get a near max roll with Fire Blast to knock me out. However, he is just going to show the Flame Charge, which I guarantee to live, and my Zeraora is going to be able to take out the Houndoom with the Thunderbolt from this range of health, and that's going to essentially just wrap up the game as he has nothing that actually can take on my Zer. As Mess is going to come out and going to take rocks, pretty much drop off to this Thunderbolt. Timid goes through, but it's not going to obviously matter. And that's going to be GG. Zeraora picking up 4 KOs this game, up to 16 on the season. So that's gonna move us to 7-1 as well, plus 23 differential on the season. Very, 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 very good season so far for us. I'm actually really happy with the way this team has gone. So absolutely great. So that's gonna do it for us this game. But we'll be back obviously next week. We're going up against Josh, aka ultraplayer. So that should be a fun game. Josh is kind of fighting for his playoff life right now. He might be like a potential first round opponent. So we're gonna bring kind of like my goal for the thanks to note, I have clinched playoffs at this point. I'm not clinched the first seed. I think I haven't clinched any exceeding positions, but I have guaranteed clinch playoffs at 7-1 at this point in the season. So kind of the main goal of the next two weeks. We're gonna try and feed Zeraora as many kills as possible. I want Zeraora to get MVP if possible. We're 6. I think entering the week we're like a couple kills off of the RCS Fairy. I'm not really sure how many. I know we're at least 1 kill off of me, making me 2x, because Kelly's been getting carried by that beast. That's just a thing. Yeah. So we're trying to beat Zeraora as many kills as possible. I think we're like a few kills off of the RCS Fairy at this point. But yeah, go check out my opponent's channel. I think he's uploading still. I'm not really sure. But yeah, that's going to do it for us here. So until next week, see ya.